Hello friends, welcome all of you to our YouTube channel, and today we will discuss the preamble of the Indian Constitution. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, and yet please subscribe, like and share. And let us now explain the preamble of the Indian Constitution. It is a preface or the introduction of Constitution. It is not an integral part of Constitution. The interpretation of Constitution is based on the spirit of preamble. The preamble of the Indian Constitution is based on the objective resolutions drafted and moved by Pandit Nehru are adopted by the Constitution Assembly. It has been amended by the 42 Constitution Amendment Act 1976, which added the three new words socialist, secular, and integrative. Okay, preamble of the Constitutions and the preamble. We, the people of India, having a ceremony resolved to constitute the India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all and fraternity, adhering to dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constitutional Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, to hereby adopt, enact, and given to ourselves this constitutions. And keywords in the preamble. The first word, sovereign. The word sovereign implies that India is neither a dependency nor a domain of any other nation, but an independent state. There is no authority above it, and it is a free to conduct in own affairs, both internals. Being a sovereign state, India can either acquire a foreign territory or hold a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state or sovereign. And second point is socialist. Even before the term was added by the 42 Constitution Amendment in 1976, the Constitution had the socialist content in the form of certain directive principle of state policy. In other words, what was hitherto im- implicit in the Constitution has n- now been explicit. Moreover, the Congress Party itself adopted a resolution to establish a socialist pattern of society, and its aviation as early as uh, in 1955 and took a measure accordingly. And notable, the Indian brand of socialism is a democratic socialism and not a communist socialism. No, as a state socialism, which involves the nationalization of all means of production and distributions and the evolution of private property. Democratic socialism, on other hand, hold faith in a mixed economy and where both public and private sector coexist side by side. As the Supreme Court say, democratic socialism aim to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. Indian socialism is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism, learning learning hereby towards is Gandhian socialism. And No's third point is secular. The term secular too was added by the 42 Constitution Amendment Act of 1976. However, as the Supreme Court said in 1974, although the word secular state was not expressly mentioned in the Constitution, there can be no doubt the Constitution marked it wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Article 25 to 28 granting the fundamental rights of freedom of religious and have been include the constitutions. The Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism, that is, all religions in our country, respective of their strength, and have to same status and support from the state. And fourth point, no, is democratic. A democratic polity, as stipulated in this preamble, it based on the doctrine of popular sovereignty, that is position of supreme power by the people. The Indian Constitution provides for this representative parliamentary democracy under which is the executive is responsible to the legislatures for all its politics and acts, actions. Universal adult franchise is predict election rule of laws independent of the judiciary and absence of discrimination of a certain ground, and are this manufactures of the democratic character of the Indian polity. The term is democracy is used by the preamble in the broader sense, emerging not only political democracy but also social and economic democracy. And fifth point is republic. Republic. A democratic polity can be classified into two categories: monarch and republic. In a monarch, the head of the state, usually king or queen, enjoy a hereditary position. That is, he come into office through succession of examples. Example, Britain in a republic. On the other hand, the head of the state is always elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period. Um, that is example for United States of America, and therefore the term republic in our preamble indicates that India has an elected bit called the president. He is elected indirectly for a fixed period for 5 years. A republic also means two more things. One, vesting of political sovereignty in the people and not a single individual like a king. And second, the absence of any privileged class and hence all public officers being open to every citizen without any discrimination. And now, six, justice. The term justice in the preamble embraces the three distinct forms of social, economical, and political. Secure is thought in various provision of fundamental rights and directive principle. Social justice donates the equal treatment for of all citizens without any social discrimination based on caste, color, race, religious, sex, and so on. It means absence of privilege being extended to any particular section of the society, and improvement in the condition of backward classes like ST, SC, and other backward classes, OBC, and women. Economic justice donates the non-discrimination between people on the basis of economic factors. It involves the elimination of glaring equations in wealth, economic, and property. The combination of social justice and economic justice donate what is now the directive justice, distributive justice. Political justice implies that all citizens should have equal politicas rights equal access to all political officers, and equal voice in the government. The idea of justice is social, economical, and political has been taken from the Russian Revolution in 1917. And seventh, liberty. The term liberty means the absence of restrictions on the activity of individual and at the same time providing opportunity for the development of individual personalities. The preamble secure to all citizens of India liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship through these fundamental rights. Before this court of law and cause of volitions. And 8 point, equality. The term equality means the absence of special privilege of any section of the society and the provision of equal opportunity for all individuals without any discrimination. The preamble secured to all citizens of India equality of state and opportunity. The provisions emerge three dimensions of equality: civics, political, and economical. Economic. The provision of fundamental rights ensure the civil equality. Civil equality, the first equality before the law, Article 14, and prohibition of discrimination on ground of religious, race, caste, sex, or place of birth, Article 15, and Article 16 say equality of opportunity in matter of public employment, and Article 20 say abolition of untouchability. And the directive principle of state policy, Article 39, secure to means and women equal right to on adequate means of livelihood and equal pay for equal work. And last point, and ninth point, fraternity. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood. The Constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizenship. Also, the fundamental duties, Article 51A, say that it shall be the duty of every citizen of common brotherhood among all the people of India and transcending religious, illegalistic religion or sectional diversities. And thank you for watching and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.